People's Tribunal in London has passed its judgment on human rights abuses in China, with the independent panel finding that China committed genocide in the Xinjiang province. Before passing its judgment, the tribunal received testimonies from dozens of victims and consulted hundreds of pages of evidence. The panel of 9 citizens cited the strategies of mass internment, family separation, sterilizations, sexual violence, forced labour and the destruction of cultural heritage sites as an apparatus of state repression. In the 63-page report, the panel mentioned that there was no evidence of mass killing, but it was satisfied beyond reasonable doubt that the Chinese Communist Party, and I quote, intended to destroy a significant part of the Muslim Uyghur minority. The panel also concluded that the CCP put in place a comprehensive system of measures to reduce the Uyghur birth rate, including forced sterilisation, birth control and abortion, and that hundreds of thousands of them had been detained without cause. The tribunal is headed by British lawyer Geoffrey Nice, who has no powers of sanction or enforcement, but it was set up at the request of the World Uyghur Congress. That's the largest group representing exiled Uyghurs, and they've welcomed the tribunal's judgment. Meanwhile, China dismissed the findings and slammed the tribunal, calling it a political farce.
The verdict of so-called genocide crime against Uyghurs in Xinjiang is extremely egregious in nature and an action that is extremely despicable with extremely nasty approaches. This deserves to be called the biggest case of framing in human history. The so-called final pronouncement is a piece of waste paper. Such a judgment, based on the presumption of guilt, is a severe violation of the international law and order and even a serious provocation to the 25 million people in Xinjiang. The Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region strongly condemns this and resolutely opposes this.
China has further slapped sanctions on the panel chair. The UN experts and rights group have estimated that there are more than 1 million Uyghurs detained in vast camps in Xinjiang. China initially denied the camps existed, but later claimed that they are vocational centres and designed to combat extremism. It continues to deny allegations of human rights abuses in Xinjiang. There have been dozens of reports, leaked documents, hearings and images concluding human rights abuse in Xinjiang province did take place. The mounting evidence have even pushed top governments and brands to take a stand against human rights abuse by China, the latest being the diplomatic boycott to the Beijing Winter Olympics early next year. The United States has called China's treatment of the Uyghurs genocide. Britain has agreed to join the boycott of the Olympics too, and the government holds the power to act on that latest report published by the independent tribunal.